a lot of people say that a lot of my paintings, you could take a small little section of it and it would be another painting. So there's probably about 100 different paintings in here.
Now, what do you use for your art work?
Well, I use acrylics, mostly acrylics. I've done a few oils, but I don't like the smell. So I do mostly acrylics and on canvas. Sometimes I use sand or pebbles to add some density. And on the paper paintings, I use Sharpie markers, crayons, and pencils, and acrylic paint on those as well.
Great. And this is also kind of 3D a little bit, but I think because it's so many paints on top of each other, I bet you layer with one color, or you mix them all at the same time. How
Oh no. All my paintings, just about all of them, I've painted the background. That's a lot of times that's the only color that I know that I'm going to use on a painting, is the background color. So sometimes I'll paint the background black, and sometimes I have this nice color that I got from the paints that I used on my house one time. It's called Palace Hill, and it's from Kelly Moore. Kelly Moore has names for their paints, and they never change them. So you can still find Palace Hill if you want to get it. It's a nice little light beige color, and I've used that on a lot of my backgrounds.
Is that would be that color?
Yes.
Nice. And you have like silver color too.
Yes, I use a lot of silver. It's actually called aluminum paint, and you can buy that in both oil or acrylic. And so I use a lot of aluminum paint on my paintings. The only thing about aluminum paint that is a problem, it's fairly thin, and it tends to spread all over. But I just deal with it, and it comes out nice.
Great. You have a few more paintings to show. I know we would not be able to have enough time to show all of you 200 paintings. And some of the work we did is on YouTube for you to check it out, and also in his book.
And Fine Art America?
Yes, and then we're going to show you a few more his favorite paintings. And this is another painting with the Twilight Zone, which is very nice purple background. You can see the sky with the clouds, right? Or maybe something else because it's orange and blue, white.
It looks a little threatening, although my inspiration for this was actually out of National Geographic. I saw a really nice picture that I liked, and so I used that to do this. And so what you have here is you have water in the front. This is a painting of maybe a landscape that is in maybe the far north, and then you have a little bit of horizon and the sky, and I just use that as inspiration for this painting.
Great. So let's go to another painting of yours. Now your paintings got a little smaller, but it's one of your first one.
Yes, this was an early painting, and it's called Jocko's Blues. When I was in college, I was really into blues performers, jazz performers. Jocko is after Jaco Pastorius, who was a very well-known bass player from that era. He played for a group called Weather Report, and I was really into their music and his music. I also renamed it 2 times, so it has 3 names. One is called Victor's Blues, after Victor Wooten, who plays for Bela Fleck, and also in his own band. And I've seen him numerous times in the Bay Area, and I think he's from Tennessee, and he does bass camps and tracker camps, and he's also a tracker. If you know anything about trackers, they're like the old Indian trackers who could find the track of an animal that was injured and eventually catch up to him. But then I also found another really good bass player named Tal Wilkenfeld. She's from Australia, and she moved to LA at an early age, and she started playing guitar, but she didn't like the sound of the guitar, so she ended up playing the bass. and she's an excellent bass player. She played with Jeff Beck and a lot of bands. I remember seeing a picture of her on the internet with the Led Zeppelin bass player, and the caption underneath said she should give him lessons. So anyway, I've really been into bass playing, and these are musical. This is a musical painting, all about bass, and I just love it. It's one of my favorites.
When I see these paintings, I want to touch it because it's really 3D dimensional. All of your paintings sticking out, and I can see them coming out with tiny little hills, mountains, I would say. Or maybe kind of volcano, lava, lakes.
Yeah.
I guess that's music I hear in this painting.
Yeah, this is a musical piece influenced by three very good bass players.
Great. Well, let's see what you have done some more. And for those who doesn't have time to travel, here's Emerald Bay, and you have series of wonderful paintings of nature around California and Nevada.
This is called, from my paintings called the Garden Series, and I purposefully painted different landscapes and colorful scenes. This one happens to be one of my favorite scenes called Emerald Bay, which is near Lake Tahoe. And also there's an Emerald Bay I heard in Australia, I think in Queensland. So I've had comments about it from various places, and people really like it because it's very colorful, and I think it's a very strong painting.
And as you know, when I saw this in the book, I wanted to share with far more people than just those who had a chance to have the book. And I contacted Wayne Salvatore and share it with you. So enjoy, everyone, and see us on video, and stay tuned because Olga Show has more for you to introduce and have fun with. And now we are in front of harvest, and I hope that everyone who sees your paintings will have a great harvest in their life. They will be happy, not hungry, and what inspired you for this?
Well, this one I painted at the time of Hurricane Katrina, and it has some red symbolizes blood because there are a lot of lives lost, and it has some different images that you can see. But again, it's kind of an all-over painting, and I think it's a very strong painting. I've had numerous hits, and as well as people who have asked me about what the price was. So anyway, I would hope that you've gotten a good overview of my artwork, and that perhaps you want to come to my studio sometime, which is at 1356 Franklin Street in Santa Clara.
It's 1356 Franklin Street in Santa Clara.
And my phone number, my cell phone is
408 858
8475.
8475.
And my website is www.abstractexpressionistart.com.
Abstract Expressionists
Art.
Art.com. That's a very long website name. But nevertheless, thank you so much for sharing your opportunities with us and your wonderful work. And I hope everyone will have fun with this, feel great, and see you soon.